Today, we are ranking every single new hero in FC 25, and it's also my birthday, and I have an announcement of the first FC tournament of the year. It's happening in New York City. It has free entry with a $5,000 prize pool to go with an in-house DJ and an open bar. It's going to be a certain vibe and atmosphere. If you're on the East Coast, you have no excuses. October 5th, mark your calendar, make it happen. Everything's linked below, and as a little spoiler, there will be multiple creators in-house. Just going to leave that here. At number 13, Timmy. And I couldn't be happier as an Everton supporter, as an American, to have Mr. Howard. He has been reintroduced, one of the better goalkeepers in Premier League history with my biased opinion, but we're not going to prioritize goalkeepers on the virtual pitch. So he's got to come in with the least amount of hype. At number 12, Mohamed Noor, and I was not that familiar with his game. I was watching through highlights and mix-ups and seeing what the Saudi international had on the agenda, what was possible, what he was capable of. But I will say again, virtually, it's not transcending. It's a bit of a flat item. Tell me what part of this allocation has you ready to spend funds. At number 11, we have the likes of Jamie Carragher. And he's another run-of-the-mill player, 70 pace, 87 defending, 84 physical. He's not going to jump off the page. It's not a must-buy. I'm not a Liverpool individual, as you can see behind me. I'm just not that moved, and I would prefer him as a presenter on CBS. Number 10, Celia Sasic. And she's got aerial, which is helpful. Even if this game doesn't include as many knockdowns, it's still early doors. Hard to tell if that's going to be full-fledged in the meta, but she's only 5'9". And in my opinion, she's going to be left off more than she's left on. 3-star skills, not truly a facilitator. This type of player, generally speaking, does not perform with the utmost quality when you get to the virtual pitch and you want some of the intricacy and the details. Of course, there's exceptions to the rule, but I'm generalizing. At number 9, we have Williams. And it's got to be said that Flair is a bit of a cake play style. I was going to say it's only good on your birthday, but I don't know if that's true about cake, but that's where my headspace was at. And if only she had some play style plus action in passing. The 5-star weak foot is a nice addition. At 5'5", she's going to give you that pro clubs movement. Again, not necessarily going to fit into meta material, but if you want to put her into motion, there could be a place for her, especially with all these new tactical setups. And if you are not following me on Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter, we've been doing plenty of those early breakdowns on that platform. Unedited, unfiltered, a lot more raw. At number 8, we have Goody. Incisive as a playstyle plus, that's a nice helper. That'll give you some extracurricular, additional expression. Pinged pass, finesse shot, press proven, 4-star skills, unfortunately a 3-star weak foot. Doesn't necessarily stand out. In some ways he might even blend in, but he's a little bit better than what's previously been talked about and displayed and negotiated and conversated, and that's why we have a comment section. Number 7, might be controversial. I've got Laura Georges, 5'8" center back. It's the most important position when it comes to size inequality. In most other roles, you have plenty of flexibility, but I do not want a player that is less than 6'1". The presence they have, the space that's taken up, even when you get that AI assistance, it feels more intimidating. You struggle when you go up against that brawly type with the Virgil van Dijk and the Konates and Araujo's, Vidic, players that just take up so much space. It just keeps going. They're their own moving company. They got the luggage on the back. They're working the doorman at the bar. Number 6, we have the resurgence of Matuidi. He's got that ping pass for play style plus, also intercept, anticipate, press proven, quick step, relentless, and 94 stamina. Offensively, challenge. It can be a clear weakness, and he's right in line with the Contes or the Makalelis. You could maybe even toss in Ramirez if you want another hero 1-to-1. They're holding midfielders with unlimited battery. He's familiar, which creates a level of comfort. I know there's continuity. I understand the pickup, but I do not want to overpay, even more so for a player that I know can be replicated rather easily, especially after promos start pushing. At number 5, and it hurts my heart. When I saw Maicon, I thought that he'd be higher on this list. He has all-around goodness. I enjoyed watching him as a player, running down the wings, giving you that true wing back and the overlapping capabilities, the ins, the outs. I don't know why EA didn't give him 4-star skills. I believe that he deserved that. He does have a playstyle plus for whip to pass. And if anything, he might be more suited for some sort of hybrid defensive wingback or floating somewhere centrally. You're not necessarily getting the craziest burner, and you're not getting some of those offensive characteristics that we've come to expect with the most elite fullbacks. And I could see him used in the midfield with maybe a later release to join the attack because he still has that capability. At number 4, we have Hamsik, and I didn't expect him necessarily to get an opportunity at a hero item. I'm not knocking it. There's no disrespect. I'm happy to have him. A bit of a KDB style of player. Has the power shot for a playstyle plus. I've been banging in plenty of power shots. Just throwing that out there. Also comes with incisive, long ball, press proven, relentless, 85 finishing, no doubt healthy, 91 stamina. Comes with a full appetite. That man's going to keep eating. Not worried about caloric intake. At number 3. Back to Brazil, Zé Roberto, 87 overall, 7 play styles, including a technical plus. And the versatility, the variety, and then you look at the dribbling being sublime. You can play him as a left wing or a left mid, a left back, a center mid. I like what I'm reading off. I like what I'm seeing. If I'm making that type of investment, spending some extra paper, I want to be able to include this individual in multiple roles while still getting high deliverables. At number 2, Jaap Stam. Big body. This is what I'm talking about. 6'3" with a bruiser playstyle plus. You also have jockey, block, anticipation, aerial. He is just collecting key play styles like infinity stones. Premium center back off the rip. If you get lucky with some pack good fortune. If EA was having a conversation with you, congratulations, you have not made a mistake. Built to do damage, built to do hurt, built to do some harm. He could lead my back line, which leads us to number 1. And without a shadow of doubt, had to be Hazard. Technical again on the playstyle plus. Some of you are saying he should have been an icon. I feel as if a high-rated hero is in line. I know I was there for the Chelsea years, but that wasn't the entirety of his career. And you are getting a true winger. You've got the finesse. You got the quick touch. And his dribbling is going to be saucier than a line outside for a Taco Tuesday. You're going to have a lot of responsiveness. But I will say this on record, if you want to date back some years, even Prime Hazard in FC or in FIFA installments, he wasn't always amazing. He had some items, but because EA often gave him a little bit of a stockier build, he wasn't as quick or as elusive as we had seen with other top-level wingers. He's not going to feel or replicate Neymar and some of those skill moves, but that's not to take away. He's still going to be an absolute asset on the virtual pitch. That's the list. You can let me know your thoughts on some of the new heroes. You can also orchestrate or reorder, and make sure to come to the event October 5th. I really appreciate all of you, and I have a lot more coming out ASAP.